Bam. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, what's up? Advocates for Justice Foreclosure Defense Paralegal School. We are different and we prove it. I'm Coach Neighbors. Welcome tonight, guys. We're sneaking in here, going to get some work done. Welcome. So let's get started. We're streaming everywhere tonight. So all of you guys should be able to see what we got going on tonight. So tonight we're going to update you on the instructional video for both the judicial and the non-judicial foreclosure defense lawsuit packages. But before we get started on all of that, I need you guys to take some time to help me get paid by clicking on that annoying ad. Bam, you know the one just popped up? Yeah. You click on that ad, YouTube pays me. When YouTube pays me, then I get to lower my prices even more than they are already. So you guys will get the benefit of that. So click on that annoying ad for me, please. And also make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel because that's real important. Let YouTube know that I got it going on. Click the like button if you find value in what I'm doing, or click it anyway, even if you click the damn like button. Okay, sorry. And ring the bell so you get notification when it's time to rock and roll, because you don't want to be late, because if you're late, you're going to have to run to the refrigerator for something. And please leave a comment. The comments are important. The comments let YouTube know that you guys find value in what I'm doing. Right? But I think one of the real important things is that you like my feed, because that lets the algorithm for YouTube pick it up and show it to more people. And the more people it shows it to, the more people will have an opportunity to save their ass and keep their house. So that's what we're talking. Oh, one last thing. If you guys make sure that you can share this stream after I'm done as a video from YouTube. Please share it on your Facebook channel, all of your social media platforms. This way, it'll let people know that there is an option. And the main reason I want you to share, especially on Facebook, particularly if you live in California, because the attorneys in California have been up in my face. They're a little pissed off about my eliminating property tax lawsuit package that we'll talk about at the end of this thing. And they've contacted Facebook, and they've got Facebook to block me from advertising on their site. And they're pretty proud of it. Their attorneys are pretty proud they got me blocked from advertising. But they have no idea there's more than one way to get shit done. So that's all I got to say about that. So if you guys could share my videos with people, that will help me get more exposure and get some more people in here that can start saving their homes and kicking these attorneys in the face, because that's what it's all about. And that's why I'm here. Because I like kicking them. Well, I like teaching you guys how to kick them in the face while I hide out. So when you call me and you ask me where I am, I know most of you kind of want to know what state I'm in, which really is irrelevant. But anyway, people call and ask me that all the time. So where are you? And I say, why? Who's looking for me? Who wants to know? Okay, sorry. So you guys want to make sure that you share my stuff. And that's going to help everybody. And you don't have to say anything. Just post it on your feed and say, hey, I heard this guy's doing great work or something like that. No one has to know about your business. And the funny thing is, you might have a neighbor or a friend that's facing this problem, but are too embarrassed to say anything. And if they see my post on your feed, then they'll, that may be what they need to save their ass. Yeah, and keep them in the house, because the attorney ain't gonna help them. We already figured all that out. So before we get started on the updates, I want to let you guys know a little bit about my strategy. Hey, BX Trust. Nice to see you guys. Nice to see you in the house. Yeah, I'm popping in early tonight, but I'll be here tomorrow too. Tomorrow, I think we're going to come on and I want to talk a little bit about responding. So I'm going to try to keep this a little bit short so I don't go a whole hour or anything like that. But I'm willing to do whatever it takes. So, and that's what you need if you're going to be in this program. You need to be willing to do whatever it takes. So, a little about our strategy. I get phone calls all the time or emails from people. I need to talk to you. I need to tell you about my unique situation. Everybody's situation is unique. Um, Newsflash: your situation is not unique. Okay, no one's situation is unique for the most part because you all got screwed at the gate, and then anything that happened after the gate is irrelevant. We never go into court and defend their lies. Their lies are built off of fraud. And no matter how much arguing or how much evidence you bring to the table, any of that shit is not going to help you. Because when you argue their shit in court, all that does is let the judge know that you're agreeing there was a contract. Because that's what you're arguing. You're arguing their shit. So you're agreeing that there was a contract because what you're arguing is not helping your defense to prove there was no contract and that there was all this fraud because you're arguing the banking system. You're arguing the banking system. The only thing that I have found that you can argue, and I'm just going to throw it on the table because my job is to work myself out of a job and then let YouTube pay me for all of the ads. How's that? That's pretty damn good, right? So I'm just going to share it with you. The only thing that you need to challenge in here is jurisdiction at the gate. Okay? You can't let them close the gate on you. You're challenging the jurisdiction at the gate. And when you do that, you're not defending their lies. You're never going to get anywhere going into court defending yourself from the lies that dude, you got to do the same shit they're doing to you. You run the same plays on them they're trying to run on you, except they're standing in fraud. So if you got your shit together, you can stick that stuff right up in their face like what we're doing right now. So we go into court to attack the attorneys for causing the dispute that you're facing right now. We don't go into court defending what they said and worrying about who the servicer was and how many times their loan got transferred and what happened in 2008. We don't give a shit about none of that. The only part of any of that that you use in my program is in a judicial foreclosure, you would attach a copy of the petition, the complaint, whatever it was they served you, showing who signed it. And the reason you do that has nothing to do with all of that stuff. Okay? The reason you do that, in case you didn't watch the instruction video, I'm going to give you this much. The reason you do that is because you want to make sure you are suing the person who signed. So that would be the number, that would be the attorney. The attorney who signed that lawsuit is going to be the number one defendant on your lawsuit that you're going to be filing either in federal court or if you bought the new $75 lawsuit, you'll be filing it in state court, whatever. If you bought the $75 lawsuit, the judge is going to be in there one defendant, the attorney is going to be second. But if you file the lawsuit in the package, it's going to be against the attorney. The attorney is going to be the number one defendant in your lawsuit. His law firm is second, and one servicer, the last servicer. That's it. All those other people they put on there just to screw you up and make your life a miserable hell and give them an opportunity to dismiss it because you didn't answer to one of the 16 people that you have to answer to now. Yeah. Every person you add to the thing has to be served, and then you got to reply to them and back and forth, back and forth. So all they do is get different attorneys, and then the attorneys all working together to serve you at different times so that you're spending your whole freaking life answering to all these 19 people when none of those people had anything to do with the foreclosure. This is the biggest mistake that most people make in foreclosure defense. They think the lender is the one suing them. So they sue the lender, or they want to sue the lender, or they get in my program and they start talking to me about how unique their case is and arguing with me about connecting their shit to my stuff. And no, you cannot do that. I don't care if you are in an appeal, if you got whatever, it doesn't matter, because the conventional stuff does not connect to my non-conventional program. If you do, then you're going to get their poop on your new stuff over here. And if their poop was helping you, you wouldn't need to worry about connecting it to my stuff, and you wouldn't even be talking to me, okay, or communicating with me, because you have it under control. So if I'm talking to you on the phone and you keep talking about adding, worried about the appeal and all of this stuff, then, you know, I'm going to start getting a little bit like, look, you don't understand, okay? You need to slow down and forget about all of that stuff. I had a lady that was facing eviction court, and she was facing eviction court, and could show up anytime. And she was worried about going to a hearing for something and for the bankruptcy crap. Okay, the bankruptcy crap, all they're doing is using that to distract you and run your ass out of time. They're running the clock down is what they're doing. So we don't attach none of that stuff that you were doing already to my program, because in that stuff, you were defending what they said you did or didn't do. In my program, you're going after them for lying and creating the mess that you're in right now. And you need to remember that. So if you don't remember that, I'm going to get a little stressed out when I'm talking to you on the phone, because that's damn important. Okay? Because you can't call me, hey, I want to connect no. You don't connect none of that stuff. We built this program from the 602 people that's in our private Facebook page. And this program was built based off of real-time feedback from all of the people that's on the street fighting, from the boots on the ground, okay? And we don't have any of this other stuff that you're talking about involved, because it's not. None of that stuff matters except for having the document to prove who signed. And really the only reason you have to have that is because when you get to the courthouse, especially if you're in a small town, oh man, they will try their best to convince you that you cannot file your lawsuit with the attorney as the number one defendant. You have to have a lender. What lender? If you followed the instructions and did your homework, when they give you that bullshit, you'll know you'll be able to get your paperwork and open it up to the exhibit and show, here's the lawsuit that they filed against my house. It's only signed by one person, the attorney. So what other name should I have on my lawsuit to go after this fool? It's only the attorney who signed. So that's what you're going after. And they don't have the right to make you change it. And you'll have to figure that out on your own and watch some more videos, because that's for a different video. So you need to keep that in mind. Your situation is not unique. And in my program, we don't even care about your situation. All I need to know, if you're in foreclosure, if it's judicial or non-judicial, are you in the eviction process? Have you got to the eviction process? How long did it start? How much time do you have before you get to the eviction? Do you have time to go through all the steps? Do you need to cut through the chase and just sue the judge right out the gate? And that's what we're learning how to do right now. I got like 3 or 4 people that are getting ready to do that right now. And I learned that helping my sister. And that $75 lawsuit package that we actually filed and finally made them go sit the hell down. Why would I have to wait a year and a half to file that? I got to thinking about that. I would not wait a year and a half. I would answer to their lawsuit with my $75 lawsuit. Now, $75 lawsuit's not in the package, because the $75 lawsuit's new and it's not going to be in the package. It's going to be in a package of its own. So if you invested in the $3.99 that's on sale right now and it's still on sale, then I would go ahead and get the $75 package too. And then I would search $75 package, because that'll shut the judge down, shut the judge up. You're still going to have to deal with the foreclosure issue, maybe. I'm not sure how. You may have to deal with the foreclosure issue. You may not. It depends. I don't know how it's going to go without all the other filings in place to build your court record with just the $75 document. But what I do know is a problem for the judge because they do not have a witness. And without a witness, the judge does not have jurisdiction to do shit in a judicial hearing. In an administrative hearing, he does, but we're about to take care of that. So we do not use any of the facts about your unique situation because it's all fraud. And you think about it, you can argue fraud all day long, and when you're done, you're still standing in a pile of shit. So don't, and that's obvious by how many people are getting their houses taken every day. So you must forget about their conventional fraud, their conventional fraudster program, okay? No matter what you got going over there. Because in most cases, if you got a lawsuit filed, in most cases, you got the lender as the number one defendant and not the attorney and not the law firm and not the last servicer. So if you don't have a setup like that, you're done. Now, if you're in eviction court and you appealed, well, what did you appeal? Most people have no idea that in eviction court, you can, eviction court is set up, it can only make a determination on immediate possession for the attorney. Because if you try to argue immediate possession, then you're arguing a title dispute and they don't want to hear it. Now, legally, the shit shouldn't even be in that court. If they can't hear a title dispute, it's about land, it shouldn't even be in that court. And actually, if that came up, they're supposed to send it back over to the other court where it's supposed to be in the first place. Actually, it's supposed to be in federal court because attorneys are foreign agents. And a foreign agent has to file their claim in federal court. A foreign agent is from another country. And most of these attorneys are in violation of FARA, the Foreign Agent Registration Act. And that is one of the main things that's on that new lawsuit that I think helped them decide to get the hell out of our face. So a foreign agent can't file a lawsuit in state court. That would be like someone from another state can't sue someone else from a different state in state court. It has to go through federal court. There's a bunch of little things that are wrong with their shitty little program because it's built on fraud. And if you know what those loopholes are, you can stick them up in their face, just like we're doing up in here. So if you had an appeal and you're appealing an eviction, you might as well get my package and start. Why waste any more time on that? Because you didn't get anything on the record to evict. You didn't get anything on the record to appeal the eviction. And if you had an attorney, I know you didn't get nothing on the record. Now, when you get into the eviction court, the only thing the judge is going to make a determination on is immediate possession for the attorney. If you try to argue immediate possession, they're going to say you're arguing a title dispute. So what you need to do is what we teach you how to do in our program is create your title dispute in a federal court. So you're going to create your title dispute in a higher court. And then you're going to use that title dispute in the higher court to shut that shit down in the lower court. It's pretty simple. People look at the document, look at the package, and they freak out. And then they call me, and I'm like, dude, it sounds like you need to breathe in a paper bag. And that's what I tell people. Okay. So most people get my sense of humor and are okay with it. Some people get really pissed off, and I don't care because sometimes I have to deal with some people that are really different. And yeah, and no offense to anybody, but I had a lady call me one day to ask me that she just got my package and she was worried that the government might be trying to block her from filing what she got from me. And so I asked her, why do you think the government is trying to block you? And she said, well, because she downloaded the package last night, and then this morning her internet was out and something else was wrong. So I'm like trying to be serious, And I said, well, I don't know about that. I think if the government didn't want you to have my package, they would block me. Oh, wait, they tried a couple of times, but I'm still here. So I was trying to make the point to her, and then the next thing she said was, I hear helicopters flying over my house. So I was like, ma'am, I cannot help you right now. Yeah. So just, work with me. Okay. I get a little maxed out sometime when people are too worried about their appeal or doing all this other stuff and they're almost about to get evicted. And the reason I get a little bit stressed out about it is because I don't want to see you get evicted, especially when you got the tools right here to kick their ass. But I just need you to forget about all that other stuff that you've been doing already and turn around and then put blindfolds on. That's kind of what it's like. Yeah. But you got to understand one thing. I have no interest in the system. I hate attorneys. And my motivation is seeing you kick them in the face. So no matter if you're in the dark or not, you're better off going with me. So no, if you had a hearing and you're worried about this hearing and you're facing the eviction process and the hearing's not for the eviction or the hearing is for the eviction, get your stuff together. Get your stuff together before the hearing. Get your document, get your title dispute filed in federal court before the hearing. Okay? That just makes it a whole lot easier. I had a lady going into the hearing and for eviction, and she told me, well, I don't want to file my lawsuit against the judge yet because technically, and I'm like, technically, it shouldn't even be in your face. Okay? So then I said, technically, I'm the coach and you're telling me about technicalities. Technically, here's the deal. If you're going into court for the eviction hearing and say you send the judge your jurisdictional challenge affidavit, okay, but you don't file a lawsuit, and the judge looks at it and said, the hell with this shit, and throws it in the basket and just rules against you and gives them your property. Now you got 10 days to get the hell off your property. They're going to send the popo out to come and help you. And I know what you're thinking. Well, wait, now I can file it. Yeah, you can. I've been working with all of these people doing real-time shit. And when you get to this point in the program, if you don't have your shit on the record before you go into eviction court, when you leave eviction court and run over and file your lawsuit, they're going to leave it sitting in a basket on a freaking table right there until the days are done to evict your ass out of the house. I guarantee you that's what they're going to do. So you're better off not to get yourself in that situation. Follow the instructional videos. Take notes about the steps that you need to take. Hey, James. Jurisdiction. That's it. Well, BX Trust, you can't claim it back. Because if you got my paperwork, you see jurisdiction to be challenged up to 15 years. Yep. She's got a few of my documents. She knows absolutely what I'm talking about. Yeah, and I get people in the program and they don't want to watch the videos. It drives me crazy. They want to text me or call me and ask me all these things are in the videos. Like, no, that's not the way this works. My time is as important as yours. But I'm not the one that's facing this problem. And if you don't watch the video, you will not know what to say when it's time for you to step up and say shit. And this lady that got herself jammed up filed a jurisdictional challenge affidavit. She didn't watch the video. So when they started giving her a third degree about why she had the attorney on there, she couldn't respond. Why is the attorney the number one defendant? You should have the law. Yeah, no. And if she had watched the video, she would have attached a copy of the lawsuit to her. And she could have just flipped it open and showed her, look, the attorney's the only one that signed it. So shut the hell up and get out of my face and file my stuff before I have my legal team down here in your face. We talking shit now. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Thomas. Welcome to the group, buddy. Nah, you need my number, Thomas. You can email me because chances are everybody wants to talk to me, but chances are you just need to figure out what package you need and get to work. Some value you have for sale. You know where my website is. In case you don't, I'll post it on here. Oops. Maybe I'll post it. Here we go. There we go. Winnincourtnow.com. There you go, Thomas. Head over to the website, man. Take a look at everything. Scroll down to the most asked questions and answers section. Scroll down to the disclaimer, and I have some Google reviews down there. I'm in the process of getting my new website set up, and so when that happens, things will be a lot easier to navigate. But when you log on to the site, if you click on, like, if you need a judicial or non-judicial package, you click on it, drop-down menu open up, and at the bottom of that menu is a link that you need to click on to get more information. So that's how that works. Yeah, everybody needs my number, man. You just need to figure out what you need and get to work. If you got questions about that, because like I'm saying, Thomas, everybody's situation is unique, and it's not. Everybody's situation is the same. You got screwed at the gate, and we're not. I don't need to hear all of that stuff that everyone wants to talk to me about, because that's not what we use in my program. In my program, we go after them for the lies that put you in a position that you're in now, and hold them accountable. Basically, what you're going to end up doing is suing the attorney and the judge. At the end of the day, if the judge ignores the jurisdiction challenge, then you'll sue the judge for that. And you're going to do the same thing they did to you. They switched over their fake loan to make it look like you didn't pay so they could steal your house. So we're going to switch it over and make the judge have to let them through violating the law, and then you're going to sue the judge for that. So now you got a less of a hill to climb, because you got a court of record to back you up as evidence. So that's what we do. We help you build your court record that you're going to need to sue the judge with. So, and the whole thing is based around challenging jurisdiction. So let me see. So we're going to update on the foreclosure defense lawsuit packages, okay? The non-judicial and the judicial lawsuit package, I've included the jurisdictional challenge with an affidavit free of charge. The jurisdictional challenge with an affidavit is used to stop any state court proceeding. So if you're in eviction court or whatever, this jurisdictional challenge with an affidavit will just mess that whole thing up. And if the judge ignores your jurisdictional challenge with an affidavit, now you can sue the judge and stop the pleading and stop the process. So either way, you're going to stop the process. And if that don't work, I also added the magistrate judge reconsideration package. This is for the people who have filed all of the stuff and the magistrate judge is throwing you out. Then you can file this reconsideration package. After reconsideration, it's actually a reconsideration / notice of claim. So we're cutting the document out and putting those two together. And then you have the lawsuit and the package that comes with it that you can file, or you can get the badass $75 lawsuit, the new $75 special that I got that spanked the judge with, and use that. And then you want to recuse the judge. And then once you get all this stuff on the record and you recuse the judge is done. The judge has to go sit the hell down. Now, once that happens, then have to get a new judge. That's what we did. I did that for my sister. Yep. We spanked the judge all but good. And when the new judge came on, the first thing the new judge did was terminate the case. He did not want any. And I think a lot of it was the foreign agent registration shit that we put in the lawsuit. That shit was messing with the head. They did not want to, between that and the Administrative Procedures Act, they did not want to mess with either one of those. So that $75 document is pretty special. Don't let the price fool you, okay? Because the price is that way because it shows how much I hate these fools and how much I want to see people kick their ass. So that's that. $75 lawsuit forced the new judge to terminate the case. They really thought the case would be terminated, but it's terminated. And they haven't paid the legal team fees yet. My sister wants to go sit down and leave them alone. And I'm fine with that because she's still in her house. She's happy. And I got a bunch of free steaks from Chicago Steakhouse. So there you go. Oh, Bishop, Judicial District. Yeah, that $75 one is Big Stretch, you got that right. It's hot. It's hot. We got another judge, Shamel Maxwell. She's in our group. She has a judge on the run pretty much with her stuff. And boy, they did her bad. She stopped the sale 3 times. And the last time the sale was stopped, we're all like, yeah. Next thing you know, they showed up at their dad's house and kicked them out, evicted them. Like, what the hell? Are you kidding me right now? And she did her homework herself. She called I don't know how she figured this out, but she checked on the taxes and they were saying the taxes were overdue. So she's like, what? She called them up. She said, yeah, that's why we foreclosed, because the taxes were overdue. So what they did was, since they couldn't get the foreclosure done in foreclosure court, they just moved their property over to the property tax court and foreclosed on her for property tax and never served her a stitch of paper stating that that's what they were doing or that was a problem or nothing. And they never checked to see if the taxes were paid. And they were paid. And not only were they paid, Chanel had a receipt of her payment and it went to her debit card. So it's also in the bank records showing that she paid. And yeah, she went down there with that. Of course, I said, so where are you going now? She said, I'm going to make a copy, Mr. Guy. I said, all right, then. She went down and they said, well, can I kill? Oh, you can keep that copy. You keep this one too. I mean, would you like? Yeah, they were totally freaked out. They could not figure out how it got past them. They're telling her, well, we didn't do anything because we were going to get the money, after they get done with the foreclosure, they pay the taxes. But the problem was this time they moved the foreclosure over there because they couldn't do it over here. And they still didn't pay the damn taxes. Go figure. Yeah, I don't know. Income tax evasion, RICO, money laundering, wire fraud. The same shit they be throwing up in our face. So she got them. So check this out. She had the judge served, but the judge sent the service back because it wasn't file stamped. Well, it wasn't file stamped because the clerk of the state court wouldn't file stamp her stuff because she was saying some shit about she was named in the lawsuit. Yeah, I'm like, so the supervisor, she was a supervisor, so the supervisor is supposed to come and file the shit, or something. Maybe the judge needs to, another judge, somebody need to come and file her shit. No. They sent her a packet. They refused to file her shit. So we're doing public notice, and she is filing her lawsuit she was going to file in state court. She's going to file it in her federal lawsuit that she already has filed already. They did all of that to her with her title dispute files on the record in federal court. These people are out of control. But she's up in their face. And I'll tell you what, she has been one great person to work with. That young lady, even when they were evicting her dad, she never gave up or lost hope. She said, Mr. Guy, we're going to kick their ass, right? What's next? You know, I was like, dude, you get your stuff together and get everything figured out. And we'll, told me one day, watching the look on her dad's face and they were doing what they were doing to her, made her want to scream. I said, well, don't worry about screaming. Just turn that into kicking their ass. And that's what she's doing. So I checked in with her today to see how things were going. And she said she was waiting to get a file stamp copy of her document, her lawsuit against the judge that she filed in federal court. And once she gets that, she's going to serve the attorney general, because that's generally where you serve. If you're going to sue a judge or any state employee, you want to serve the attorney general. I don't always do that, because I want them to take the shit over there or do whatever they want to do with it. But in this case, they won't be stupid. So we'll follow their rules and kick their ass with them. That's how we do it. So Bishop mentioned what the instructional videos are for non-judicial. The instructional videos are on, well, if you bought the package from Sam's Cart, from the Sam's Cart offer, which is just a one-page ad thing then the instruction video was in that offer, along with one or two other videos that you should have watched before you bought them. Okay, sorry. I'll just answer your question. All of the instructional videos are in my YouTube channel, okay? And you want to go to my YouTube channel, and I'm not sure exactly how it looks from where you guys are, but I'm imagining it's the same as mine when I'm looking at it. Up at the top up here is a search window. You just search instructional videos in that search window, and it'll pull up the playlist. Everything is divided into playlists. I have a playlist for instructional videos. I have a playlist for jurisdiction, which is very, very, very important that you watch, because everything that we do here hinges off of that. And then I have instructional playlists for tips and strategies for in court, how to kick the judge's ass, how to get the attorney's ass, and we got all kind of playlists. So that's how my site is divided up into playlists. So the instructional videos for the judicial wrongful foreclosure is in the offer. It's also on my YouTube channel. Now, all of the videos on my YouTube channel are videos that I put together from learning the stuff that's in the documents. So if you know how to do this stuff and you can put these together or whatever, then you need to watch the information in that video and use the information to do your stuff. If you don't have time, then I've got the videos. I've got the lawsuit packages already put together. You just watch the videos to learn how to use them. And if you don't watch the videos to learn how to use them, you're going to get yourself into trouble, in a jam. The worst thing you can do is like this lady did when she didn't watch the video, the instructional video for the jurisdiction house with an affidavit. And she went down to file it, and they told, oh, no, you can't file it like this, and you can't have the attorney as an M1 defendant, and you can't do this, and you can't do that. And had she watched the instructional video, she would have been able to flip it up and show them whatever and tell them to go, do whatever to kiss off and file her shit for she. But she didn't. The worst thing you can do is leave out of there and let them see that they kicked your ass, okay? Because now you got a steeper hill to climb. So she came back and came into the group and started boohooing in the group, asking other people, letting them know that the court lady told her that her documents were shit, and she was asking other people how. So I was like, the court told her my documents were shit. That's actually really good, right? So my question to her was, well, did you watch the instructional video? That's the first question I'm going to ask you. Because if you didn't watch the instructional video, there's nowhere for me to start. I don't have time to start way back here at the gate. Okay, that's why the instructional video is there. I don't like to tell people what you can get from the instructional. Now, if you're about to get kicked out of your house in like a couple of hours, maybe, I'm a hard ass coach, okay? Instructional video, you got to watch the instructional video so you'll understand the strategies behind using the shit. And people don't realize when you go to court to file your stuff, or when you talk to them on the phone or anytime, they're sizing you up. They're qualifying your ass to see what it's going to take to kick your ass to the curb. You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. I talk to a lot of people. So what you say, and I tell people this, when you go there with your paperwork and they're looking at it, no, dude, there's a problem. No, I don't think so. Because my legal team is very thorough. So what is the problem? And whatever that problem is, I'm going to need you to back it up with a statute or something. Even though statutes aren't valid laws, I'm going to need something to take back to my legal team. Your name and your employee number, your social security number. I'm going to need some shit to take back to my legal team, okay? Because they're going to be looking to kick your ass. I'm telling you what you're telling me right now. Oh, wait. My legal team said you're not allowed to give me legal advice. Are you giving me legal advice? Because it's pretty shitty advice. Okay, sorry. I got carried away. Fungy Dungy Johnson. They are administrating their property to you. Yeah, they'll know what they're doing. But we're going to teach them a few new things. Criminal esquires. Yeah, BX Trust. Yeah, I like that. People don't realize. So these attorneys are considered foreign agents, and a foreign agent has to file a notice of appearance before every court hearing, or entry of appearance. So I have a document that we use to strike their entry of appearance because they're a foreign agent. The last document I put together that I was getting ready to file in my sister's case before I actually figured out that it had been dismissed a month earlier. An attorney was really mad that we kept filing stuff. I was getting ready to file that new motion I put together for a change of venue. That's so badass. Any party can move for a change of venue in the interest of justice. I was like, whoa, in the interest of justice? Whoa. Yeah. So, and I got $50 on it. Okay. It's like $50. You can file that in the state case and move their shit over to federal court and just screw them all up for 50 freaking bucks. Yep. And the way this works is the documents you get from me, I make all my stuff with federal court case law, so it can be filed in state court, because you can file anything higher that's from a higher court in a lower court, just like Supreme Court case law. Okay. Now they don't like that, and they bitch all the time, but I don't really care. If they're not bitching, you're getting your ass kicked. That's just plain and simple. If they're not bitching, you're getting the shit whipped out of you. Okay. So we want them to be bitching. So we use federal case law, even if we have to file something in state court. Now, if state court can't file state court case law in federal court, it doesn't work that way. Now, if you use that motion that I put together to challenge, and I'll leave a link to it in the comment section of the video, that motion for a change of venue, that moves their shit out of state court over to federal court, because they're foreign agents. And as a foreign agent, they cannot file this in state court. They have to file that shit in federal court. And they're in violation of Foreign Agent Registration Act. And they're violating the Fair Debt Collection Act practice, because they're lying. And the Fair Debt Collection Act practice is violated if you misrepresent yourself. So remember, we talked about in the beginning of this video, who signed? Yep. And if it's non-judicial, it's who signed the notice of default letter. How they tell me today, oh, well, it says here it was signed by the trustee. I was like, no, I don't think so. She said, well, yeah, it says here it was signed by the trustee. Well, the trustee can't sign anything because the trustee is a corporation. Well, someone signed by an attorney from the trustee. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, but if you believe that attorney that signed it was the actual trustee, then I think you should start packing your shit. Okay, because that person that signed is not the trustee. There ain't no trustee. Okay, the shit is all jacked up. Okay, and this is for another video. The shit never made it to the trust. It never makes it to the trust. So there's no trustee if the shit didn't go to the trust. The shit got packaged up and it got sold to securities to people from China or somewhere. I don't know, but I know it ain't here. Okay, BX Trust, send me an email. Send me an email and let me know what you want. I'll put a link to it in the video, but we already been talking, so you already on my team. So you send me an email and I'll send you the link to it, and you can get it for $50. I can, and I was going to use this myself. I'm just going to be honest. And I told my sister this too, and she like I was ready to slap me. I was a little disappointed to find out it was terminated because I wanted to stick that stinking change of venue motion right up in their face. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got a little trouble over that, but I'm honest, right? Yeah, I'm gonna get to use it somewhere. I cannot wait to see how they try. They're gonna be like, what? Yeah, I got you. Until my legal team is up in the house. So BX Trust, send me an email and I'll send a link to you for that. And guys, that's about all I have to share with you guys tonight. I'm gonna be, let's see, what is tonight? Tonight is Wednesday, Thursday. I'll be back tomorrow or Friday. Maybe Friday. We'll see how it goes. We're going to talk a little bit about responding to them. Okay, we never answer to their shit. We never answer to their shit. We never answer to my shit either. Okay. So, Magic Goddess, you can send me an email or something. So it's a tax lien. I don't know what kind of lien it is, so I can't really say, how you should go because I don't know what kind of lien it is. But if it's tax lien, shit, I got something for that. Oh wait, you know what? I forgot. I can put that right in the window. So BX Trust, I'm going to just put it right in the window here. I forgot about that. I can do that. Maybe. So the change of venue. There it is. I'm just going to stick it right in here so you can get it right now so you don't have to worry about sending me an email. And then anybody else that want it can get it too, because I love to see what they got to say to this. Bam! I'm going to need one of my special bomber plane delivery vehicles to deliver that puppy. Uh-oh, an error happened. Well, let's try it again. Oh, no, it went through. Okay, well, I just sent it again, so. Okay, so someone asked about my non-judicial package. And here's a link to it. So I'll put a few more links in the comment section of the video. So that's about all I got for you guys tonight. I will see you guys in a few days.